Give me a second to share this. Yesterday was probably the roughest video I've ever done. I had a lot of really insane energy on here, and I am channeling live. I don't think a lot of people realize that. So it can be a little hectic with having a lot of energy. I feel energy really deeply. So bear with me. I'm going to try to make today a lot better. I notice when I talk about certain topics, then I'll have problems like that. So I try to stay away from certain topics, and I try to be really careful about where I'm sharing my video. So I notice that whenever we have these current events, and if I talk about like, political stuff and whatever, I'll get like a lot of trolls on my video. And if I stay high vibe and talk about certain topics, I'll get none. So I'm kind of noticing this. I'm figuring out how Facebook works. Bear with me. I had like the most insane broadcast. I had people saying I was high and writing nasty stuff, calling me a slut, a bitch, etc. I had over 25 people I had to block off of one feed yesterday, and it was really insane. It's like one person will start targeting someone and then it brings out the worst in everyone, and it was just really insane energy. Anyone who knows me knows that I am completely anti-drug. While I am pushing to change this paradigm and the laws relating to things like marijuana, etc., I'm not using drugs. I take CBD every day, which does not get you high. It's made from hemp. I don't know. I don't think people just realize that maybe it's possible to be in tune with the other realm and be here yet somewhere else. That's what everyone's kind of trying to master. So I'm going to try to stay a little bit higher vibe. I'll try to stay off of the subjects we were discussing yesterday, and we'll see how today goes. But I think it's really sad that as soon as someone brings up the truth or a controversial subject, it gets flagged as fake news. The person immediately, they will go after you and try to discredit you. And I'm really glad that all people can say on my videos is that I must be a slut and smoking a lot of weed. I am actually really proud of myself because I pride myself in having gotten rid of all the negative qualities I have in myself. So people can't really say a lot about me. So at least it wasn't that bad. I mean, I'll take that. If that's all people can really come up with, okay. But we're clearly being attacked by the dark side. I had many people tell me yesterday that they were attacked all day. It was just making it really hard to concentrate. So I want to talk a little bit before I go into my news about protection, because we all need it right now. It was very draining for a lot of the viewers that watched my video yesterday, and I had 9.1K views right after it. So I don't know how many saw the whole video, but that can be really draining for everyone involved. Facebook can be either an uplifting place or a draining place. And I know you guys have at some point or another had like an altercation with someone. Last night Lionel got called a cunt by some girl called all his friends cunts for no reason. So I know you've seen these nasty entities on Facebook that will just attack people, try to discredit them, whatever. We all need to be protecting ourselves. If you don't put yourself in white light during the beginning of the day, like I just had to have Sparks put me in white light, and I can't imagine, sometimes I'll forget to do it. I had someone catch me off guard the other night because it was a weekend and I was chilling at home, so I didn't feel a need to be white lighted. I wasn't going to go near Facebook or anyone on it, and suddenly I got sneak attacked, and I wasn't in white light, and it completely left me drained and vulnerable and open. So every morning all you have to do is pray to put yourself and ask to put yourself in white light. Everyone should be doing it themselves. Otherwise our energy is just wide open and anyone can take it. And we're being harvested kind of like batteries. So it's a really good idea to protect your energy. We're also seeing that maybe people are containers, spiritual containers for spiritual energy. We hold a spiritual energy. It's up to us what type of energy we're holding. It can, and if someone said I say literally too much, it's kind of like a bridge between the other realm and me, by the way, when I'm thinking and channeling. So bear with it. But literally, it's kind of like if you're low vibe, you're going to be channeling low vibe things or negative entities. If you're real high vibe, you're going to be a channel for a higher vibrational spiritual energy. It makes sense. So we have to get our vibes up so this kind of stuff isn't phasing us. The problem with these live videos is I have 56 people in one place right now. So everyone's at different vibes. So it can bring on a lot of different energies, etc. But I do these videos to exchange to take some of that negative energy off of you guys and to give you some high vibe energy and to do like an energy exchange. I'm also at the end of this video going to burn everyone in the violet flame today based on yesterday. I think everyone needs it, and I do these videos to reach people and to heal people. It's mainly what I do. So real quick, the link to our site is above. We are available for energy work and Reiki classes, and also check out our site on Facebook, New World Earth United. The dark witches are back in the news targeting Trump. Trump is complaining that he's the object of a, quote, witch hunt. The witches keep doing public binding rituals on him, real public too. This is the third time they've made my end time news. We now have headlines saying things like, quote, intercessors rise. The Magog of Asia may be closer than you think, end quote. 1.3 million people are affected by flooding, and people are saying they thought it was the end of the world. This is mainly happening in the United States, mainly. We have the Pope begging for forgiveness for this church role in the Rwanda Genocide. And I have to be really careful injecting my commentary because that might be what's attracting some of this negative stuff. But basically, what about the current genocides happening worldwide? I do like to think that people are hiding behind these laws and these systems and these religious institutions, and that the world's kind of going to hell, and they're causing it and they're creating it. So I think it's really amazing that you can just go to another person on earth and ask for forgiveness. But I think it's more like about forgiving yourself. Because God doesn't even have to forgive you. It's about self-forgiveness. So, hey, I guess that they might feel better about it. But what about the current situations going on? We have an 8-year-old student who makes the news for confronting his teacher about flat earth. It actually made mainstream news, too. He said he asked his teacher to show him an experiment where water curves, and she couldn't do it because water always, quote, finds its level. The Pope again this time, saying the Vatican had over 2,000 sex abuse cases backlogged, even though these were justified complaints. They had a lot of their staff actually quit working for them, and we know that they're continually sweeping these complaints under the rug, and that even their own staff is quitting over this stuff. Facebook is in the news again. European Union ministers have approved plans to force social media companies to combat hate speech on their platforms. It comes a day after Facebook's international guide for tackling such behavior was leaked. We know there's crazy things going on with censorship. I just told you about my video yesterday, how where literally they have like software that will scan your video clips, and literally if you say certain words, they'll dispatch people to control your video. But I want to know why they can't combat like people getting raped on their live feeds, people getting murdered, things like that, when they have such technology and they're able to kind of keep controlling the news across these broadcasting platforms. I might say this weird. In Slavberg, in the Arctic Ocean, there's a bunker holding a huge catalog of Earth's seeds, a so-called insurance policy for the world's food supply. The permafrost is supposed to keep it cold and isolated, even if the power cuts out. But it's been raining instead of snowing due to the warming climates, and the vault had never planned to deal with flooding in mind. Entire cities of the Arctic Circle are engineered to take advantage of permafrost. Now they're cracking and sinking. And this is happening worldwide. It's actually happening in Russia, all over the place, because people didn't take this into consideration when they had these cold climates. They just assumed they would stay cold forever, and now that it's reversing. You're seeing Greenland, the ice is melting there too, and they have a military. I thought this was in my news. I'm gonna try to find it. Yeah, in Greenland, it's exposing an old U.S. military base full of toxic radiation. They just left this nuclear power station expecting the snow to keep it buried. They said the waste would be, quote, disposed of for an eternity by perpetually accumulating snow, end quote. Well, now it's melting and putting the entire planet in danger. They have these things, they just thought it was okay to dispose of toxic waste under snow, right? So now we're seeing crazy things happening as the poles are getting ready for a pole shift, and literally the ice is melting in the Arctic like crazy, and weather conditions are changing here. It was just hailing like crazy in Colorado, and it's May, and you're just seeing it globally change. Yesterday it was... I'm going to do cards, and if people are wondering, sometimes that's why I take a break from going live. I am going to go live tomorrow too, but that's why sometimes people are like, are you going live today? Are you going live today? And I just feel like I can't do it sometimes because it's very hard to deal with this energy and to simulate it. People don't really realize that. But I know a lot of people want to give me a hard time when I'm doing my live broadcast, but you try going live in front of 9K people and see how you do when you're getting attacked and see how you feel live. So I will be live the rest of this week. I'm not sure for next week yet. David Orzko, Shadow. Literally, you can either feed your ego or your soul. And there are people here that are banking on you feeding your ego. That's why you're seeing things pumped around for your pleasure, for your feeling better, for your consumerism, whatever. You can keep following your ego and buying stuff and trying to feed your ego that way and trying to collect money and material things, but you're not going to be happy. If you follow your soul and you become service to others and do something actually rewarding, it will feel amazing. It will be the only thing that's really rewarding at all. Ali Menez. I had a lot of problems with my live feed as I'm ranting about it now that I'm in a much better place. I had to get off of it because the energy was so crazy and I couldn't even see the comments until after the feed. I'm really glad I couldn't either. Harmony. Literally, peace, love, and harmony. Oh, and real quick, I want to insert this. I don't feel that would be happening if I had been a guy doing a live feed. I feel that the Divine Feminine is paying off extensive karma right now. We are kind of a second-class citizen no matter where you live. It just is the way it is. That's how a lot of people view women, and they look at women like a weaker species. I can just go attack the girl who's wide open, but they would never, ever dare say stuff like that to some of the guys that are working with me on my team. So it's really crazy. The Divine Feminine is paying off a lot of karma because we were treating the Divine Masculine very poorly, very badly, much as we're being treated now. So we've learned valuable lessons and we're paying off things in a karmic way. But just be aware of that. People are not understanding how the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine are completely equal in all regards. People do not understand this, that we might have different skills and different things that we're good at. But people can't get out of this without the Divine Feminine's help now. It will be the Divine Feminine that actually changes everything and helps evolve humanity. It's not going to be the Divine Masculine. This is where we are from, taking that out of our out of our society. Here we are. And so now we're kind of dealing with it. And the Divine Feminine has to rise again. America has to fall so Atlantis can rise again. There's just many factions paying off karma in the same place. But literally the goal is to come into harmony with yourself. Once you complete yourself as a person, you will come back into harmony with your twin flame. And that's what this is all about. This is what people don't want you to know. That you actually have another half to your soul that you share your soul with. You completely work together every life. You do your missions together. I said to my twin flame last night that in the beginning of time, but it wasn't the beginning for everyone, just the beginning for us, our soul was made and split in half. And that's really how the story goes. That as soon as your soul was made, you were in love the second that you actually came to. So it's really spiritual, it's really insane, and people want to keep the Divine Feminine enslaved and to keep us apart. They want to keep us from our counterparts. And that's what this whole illusion is about. And the elite are using love to influence humanity and to lead humanity astray, and it's really sad. And I know you've had these relationships that were not so good, or maybe this person wasn't for you, and I know you know what I'm talking about, but the real your real mission is to complete yourself as a person, to liberate your soul. You're sick of learning in these densities. You want to go somewhere else. And I know people will tell me that you need darkness, you need that negative energy, that polarity to learn, that there wouldn't be light without dark. I'm going to tell you that's bullshit. I always say that, and that's not true. And you actually can have light without dark. And once you get past the 5th dimension and rise up to the 6th, darkness will no longer be able to exist in any capacity. So any density past 6 and up is going to be all light, no darkness. So we don't need this polarity to learn anymore. We may have, it's debatable in the beginning, but we don't need it anymore. We can learn without it. So we have to come into perfect balance with ourselves so we can come into balance with another person. And every person in this matrix is you a different life. So I know a lot of people are getting hung up on, is this my flame? Is this my soulmate? You can't just go right to the twin flame. There's steps you have to go through. You're going to have a soulmate first. But every person around you right now should be part of your soul family. You guys should be vibrating at such a way that you're drawing your soul group back to you. That's what's going on with me. I'm seeing it all over Facebook with all of you guys too. So any relationship that you guys are getting into or are in now should be becoming more spiritual. You should be making your relationships spiritual. You should know that if they're not spiritual, they'll just fall apart. Carrie Guevara. Yes, spiritual union. I'm staying high vibe. I don't care about the angry faces and these childish games. I'm over it. I'm staying high vibe because we're getting ready for spiritual unions. If you're not already in a spiritual union, like I keep saying, you're getting ready for one. Our relationships are changing as we evolve. We are going from that conditional 3D control paradigm where you were with someone because you were incomplete and missing something that they had, and vice versa. We're going from that to a unconditional love where you're just with each other because you love each other and no other reason, and it's just a very different kind of love. That's what we're here to learn. A lot of you guys have kids, and we're not supposed to be teaching the kids teach us, and that's an unconditional love right there too. So we have different kinds of love here. Candace Smith, good morning. You're working on your sacral chakra. This is really what I'm talking about today, power and sexuality, because that's why I don't want to get into, different religions, but that's why Christianity will probably teach you that you were born in sin and that sex is a sin, and it's especially a sin if you're not married, and blah, blah, blah. Well, in my world, none of that's true. It's all bullshit sold to you to keep you enslaved. You were not born in sin. You were born divine, and sexuality is a powerful Sexuality is a powerful form of meditation. Literally, it's another way to tune into the other realm. It's a way to raise your vibration if you're doing it with the right person. If you're not doing it with the right person, of course, it can lower your vibration because you're merging your energy together with whoever you're with. Doesn't matter if they're your twin flame, soulmate, karmic. It doesn't matter who this person is. If you want to have sex with someone, you're actually merging your energy together as one. So you have to be very careful who you're merging and who you're mixing your energy with. For some people, like with my twin flame, that can look like an amazing thing. I have a purple aura with yellow, and my twin flame has a green aura with tinges of orange. So when we merge our energy together, we make like a rainbow color, and it's really beautiful and amazing. But when I was with the wrong people in the past, it would deplete me, it would cord to me, and it would have detrimental effects on my energy. So it really depends on who you're with, but if you're with the right person and you're in a spiritual union, sex should be a very powerful kind of form of meditation. With twin flames, tantric sex is just something that happens naturally. So sex is a way to tune into the other realm. I use tantric sex as a form of meditation. And I also, real quick on this subject, I put a thread on my page. Sorry, I'm always all over the place with these videos. I have a lot to remember and tell you guys. But I put a link on my personal page for video ideas. And I'm going to go down the list and I'm going to try to incorporate all this stuff into these videos. So someone did want me to talk about meditation. I think the most powerful form of meditation there is would be dreaming or tantric sex. So work on your sacral chakra. Literally, that's about power and sexuality. Michelle Cooper, health, money, and love. Yes, and that's what this year is all about. We realized that we became conscious and awake, and we realized that we can control our reality and that our vibration will determine what we're attracting to us, and that sitting here and maybe being a good person isn't going to help me in any way. It's not going to draw good things to me. I have to actually do that work. And so I'm learning how to do that. So this year will be a year of love and abundance. If you're not with your flame yet or your soulmate, you will be. So just keep on working on transforming yourself, literally. This is a process of alchemy where every person on this planet, no one is excluded, is going through a process where all the bad qualities are being removed from them, so that we can become our higher selves. And I love this card because it's literally we're turning from those caterpillars into the butterflies. I'm not even there yet, so I know a lot of people will act like, oh, I'm enlightened, I'm there. Well, for me, enlightenment was the beginning of this journey for me. I thought it was the end, right? Like you achieve enlightenment and maybe float off world somewhere, whatever. But that's not the case. I'm still here. That was the beginning of my journey, and I still have much work to do, and I feel like we all do. So just keep on doing this inner work. And our journey is not going unnoticed. Let's just say that we have a lot of help. the light side has a lot of help, and the work that we're doing is not going unnoticed. So we're doing a really good job. Let's see, Kelly Jacobs with a Y. Abundance. Literally, I know, oh, you might be having a baby, Kelly. I like doing this to people. But you know, it doesn't mean a baby. It could if you wanted one, but it's going to mean abundance in a monetary kind of way. This is the best card of the deck. I kept on saying full moon yesterday. We're having a new moon, but we just had some solar flares that were released from the sun. And we always have the same kind of energy storms. Usually we will have this kind of energy storm with a full moon, but it's a new moon, but it feels just like a full moon. The effects are just like a full moon because of the combined radiation and solar flares. It's really intensifying the energy. So we're getting hit with 3 types of energy right now. We're getting hit with solar energy, lunar energy, and then a third kind of radiation. And we know we're being upgraded right now, so just try to stay really high vibe, but just act like it is a full moon, because literally that's how manifesting is being amplified right now. So stay positive, focusing on what you want, not what you don't want, and focus on manifesting this abundance. Sarah Jackson. Mental conflict. Well, you have to defeat your ego first. You have to defeat your ego. I say this is my twin flames card because he's always a very logical thinker, and I'm kind of the opposite. So we're very, very different in that regard. But you have to beat that voice in your head. You're the one listening to the voice. That voice isn't even you. It's just a component of your personality. And you have to really kill your ego to merge and become your higher self. So just really try to reprogram that voice in your head, tell it to stop. When I had that voice going on repeat in my head, I literally, for like a couple days, every time that voice would start to go on in my head, I would think love, 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 and then eventually it stopped completely. So you are able to get rid of that voice completely in your head and to kind of rewire your brain. It just takes a lot of work and patience. And as I said, you can manifest anything that you want this year. Literally. Wendy Tisconi. Yes, aliens are definitely running our world. They're allowed to put live rape feeds up. But if I mention, oh my God, Ariana Grande, God forbid, right? God forbid. But they can put rape live feeds up, murder live feeds up, you know. I'm starting to see things clearly, for sure. Keep speaking your truth. You are working on your throat chakra. We're working on staying unblocked. Usually each person will have like 2 chakras that want to block right back up. So like we'll do chakra openings and you'll have to work at keeping these chakras open. For me, in my flame, we probably work more on like the crown and the root. But work on your throat chakra, be aware of that. Drink more hot tea, sing in the shower, and just keep speaking your truth. The worst thing that'll happen is you get attacked. I look at these attacks like the universe, first off, knows my breaking point. Apparently, the universe knows what I can take, how much I can take, and how much I can't take, better than I do. So I always know that I won't be giving more than I can handle. Yesterday felt kind of like an overwhelming day, like, I don't know, but it wasn't more than I could handle. I'm still here today. I'm starting over. Every day is a new day. So the universe will never give us more than we can handle. Just be aware of that. And we're working on ascending, so the universe is kind of throwing a lot at us right now to evolve us really rapidly. So I try to look at these negative things in a good capacity, that they're just evolving me rapidly and getting me ready for what I want to do. Laura McGuire, trapped in fear. Literally, we have to let go of fear completely, and these entities, they will have nothing left to eat. They feed on fear and anxiety energy and lower energies. They'll have nothing left to eat. They don't like high vibe energy, so stay out of fear and all these entities disappear. It's really easy and we win the game. And we never had anything to be afraid of. Don Nixon. Sacrifice. What are you sacrificing your energy to? We have to be really careful, like I just said. Even with white light, I was feeling those attacks very deeply yesterday. I'm just really energy sensitive. For the most part, I stay away from people and spend a lot of time alone, so I'm getting more and more conscious of my energy and other people's energy. Just be aware that there are those that wish to take your energy because they don't have a good connection with Source. We call these energetic vampires, and it's very common because so many people are cut off from Source. One of the craziest ways to cut yourself off from consciousness would be drugs of any capacity. So they'll kind of shut you off from it, and you won't have that energy supply you need. So just be aware of that. Amanda Mamasur. Disruption. What's cutting you off from the flow? Right now that can look like the energy. Like this energy right now is really intense. You're being upgraded. That's why I just try to rest. I literally am going to unplug and probably watch TV today. Chill, rest. I saw a lot of people watching TV yesterday. It's not evil. Don't worry, it won't kill you. I think that we're beyond being programmed right now. We're programming ourselves. But what's cutting you off from the flow? Just try to rest, try to meditate, take a salt bath, and you'll feel much more in the flow Friday. We will emerge from this storm Friday in a much better place, upgraded. And drink more water too. Marsha Gill. Authority. This is how I feel too. I don't like these systems. We've actually been killed and lost our lives via these systems too in past lives. We all have. So we all have kind of a disdain or dislike for where we've ended up as a society. So what we're going to do about it is we're not going to go like dismantle the government like people think or go change things. We're not going to do that. We're going to actually put the focus back on ourselves and work on changing ourselves. I'm going to get rid of any negative programming. That's what I'm working on doing right now. I'm getting rid of any programming that doesn't resonate anymore. Old ways of thinking, old patterns of doing things, etc. Suzanne Richards. Crown chakra, yes. And on this note, I'm going to be putting you guys in the violet flame. Purple is really the color of the day. Wear purple. Focus on purple. Purple is a very spiritual color. Most very spiritual people have purple auras. So just focus on purple. Think purple. Work on your crown. Get out into nature. The best thing that you can do is just go soak up a few minutes of sun rays. Just go out into nature. Meditate outside. Let's see. Mike T0. Good. Rest and rejuvenate. You're doing really good. I'm proud of you, even if everyone else isn't yet. And everyone will be soon. It takes a little bit of work to do. We have to show people that we can change, so sometimes it takes a little bit of work. It's not like, oh, I changed overnight. It might take people a little while to notice, but they will notice. Just unplug, like I keep saying. Rest, rejuvenate, meditate. Right now is the best time to unplug because we're really manifesting amped up right now. We want to keep our thoughts extra pure. So unplug if you can. Spend time alone. Get out into nature. I can't say this name good. I'm going to try though. Thidal Tath Furjahathi. You said, what should we do to speak about this madness? Keep speaking our truth, because I personally believe a lot of people are like sheep where they play follow the leader, and that's going to be us. Every time that you're sharing a meme, and I say meme, a meme on Facebook, literally, or some kind of spiritual stuff, whatever, you're influencing consciousness in a good way. So it might seem like repetitive, like we're flooding Facebook with these same memes, whatever. Keep doing it, because people will catch on. And then suddenly it's going to be cool to follow the spiritual people, not these leaders that are destroying the world. So just keep sharing your truth, because it's waking people up and it's helping. And every person that wakes up, an old timeline is collapsing, and it's helping us immensely. So keep doing what you're doing. Everyone's sharing memes and building an online grid that's really strong. You're already very successful. What's the worst that'll happen? You'll lose people that shouldn't be around you anyway. I look at it like a good thing, that if my beliefs are offending people, I probably am not in alignment with them, and I probably shouldn't be around them anyway. That goes for my family, friends, it doesn't matter who it is. So if people are falling out of alignment with you, just let them go. Desiree Lewis. Solitude. Again, I'm noticing the theme of the day, right? Unplug, meditate, spend time recharging. I'm going to recharge early. I'm going to be here for energy work, but I'm going to be kind of spending time alone, recharging myself, recharging my mind, whatever. Chena Delgado. Okay, foundation and achievements. If you're not already, you're about to be in a spiritual union, but it looks like from your profile pic you might be. I'm not sure. Literally though, you're getting ready for this twin flame American dream. I say the American dream because they have the house and the rainbow. That's what we're all getting ready for. We're getting ready for a spiritual complete union that will make us happy ultimately. And we're stepping away from these kind of karmic learning experience dramas, and we're stepping into our authentic selves. And that includes new relationships. That's literally my goal for everyone. I just want everyone to be happy and in love in some capacity. Shannon and Makachaburian Stargazer. Positive movement forward. Literally anything that you're going to do right now, you're going to be so successful at. So just keep working at it. Keep staying positive, and just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a really good job. And by staying positive, we're going to attract positive things to us. If we think about negative things or negativity, we'll draw that to us. So for me, I'm trying to stay more positive and more high vibe. Betsy Gonzalez. Yes, and look, you're a light worker too. Let's see the little energy guy. I'm trying to show you the man in there. This is a light ball. It's used for healing. And I'm drawing the healers back to me. That's my intent though, is I'm trying to draw all the healers and starsheets and light workers back to me. I'm actually trying to draw the original 144,000 of Atlantis back to me too. So it's working. It's happening slowly. Just stay patient. Just know that you're a powerful healer. And if you haven't already, maybe look into taking Reiki. You might have already. If you haven't, maybe look into it. It was a big part of my journey. There are different kinds of energy healing, but it was really good for me. Robin Toth. Obstacles and challenges. What is blocking you? The only obstacles that we ever have are ones that we place on ourselves or the universe places on us to protect us and to move us along in the right way. So I used to create a lot of suffering for myself by hanging on to the old and not understanding. And when something wouldn't work, I would just keep trying, and I would create a lot of suffering for myself. So now I've gotten smarter, and I've learned how to listen to the universe. So I don't have that suffering anymore for myself. So right now we're trying to remove these kind of energetic blocks. That's what we do when we do chakra openings too. We also will remove any energetic blocks in your light body or around your aura or anything. So we really need to unblock ourselves. We have to get rid of this old way of thinking, this old paradigm, and really attune ourselves to love and abundance. Let's see. Potent Bee. Deception and envy. I like this card. It's the Matrix card. You're waking up to the Matrix and things are not what they seem. We might have reptile shapeshifters running our country. At the least of it, we're living in the middle of a spiritual war between good and evil in the third dimension. Until you rise out of that, you're going to be fighting good and evil all around you. So things are not what they seem. I'm here to help with ascension. I'm here to help people, to teach people ascension so that we can kind of transcend this matrix and learn in higher dimensions. Misty Austin. Universe. The universe is a really big place, and you're an indigo starseed, and you have to raise your vibration to be able to communicate with your galactic family. We all have so much help. We have higher entities helping us all the time. For some that might look like angels or extraterrestrials, just all sorts of beings, light beings, etc. helping us. You have to raise your vibration so that you can communicate with these entities. Kayla Walden. Rejoice and celebrate. Anyone even tuning into my video should be celebrating. That means that you have a really good start on your ascension journey. I'm mostly drawing the awakened to me that have been putting in the work and are doing amazing spiritual work. So everyone should be celebrating that we've even made it this far, because I know a lot of people get mad at me for saying this, but not everyone will ascend this life. So the fact that you're ascending and making it this far is just beyond amazing. We've been preparing for this for many, many lives. I think I cut off my comments. Hold on. Okay. Dawn Marie. Third eye. This is what we're all working on, using our third eyes and expanding our third eyes. The best thing that you can do for that would be to either take a chlorella detox or throw some coconut oil into your diet. I do a chlorella detox like twice a year because we're getting flooded with so many metals all over us, in our food, in the air, whatever. So I like to detox my body kind of in a deep way with a chlorella detox. Just keep working on your third eye. It will keep expanding. We also do third eye activations. I know I lost my cards. Jenny Lynn Tudor, and I get real excited when I see certain people. Firm foundation. You are working on letting go of fear. You have an advantage over someone like me because you have much more knowledge in your DNA, I feel. I just feel that you can activate more knowledge. I'm also sending you an activation, so drink a lot of water. Work on letting go of fear completely. We have all these fears. Some people more than others. We have to let go of this fear, literally. Everything that you've ever wanted is on the other side of that fear. So try to work on letting go of it. Let's see. Jessica Walker. Good, activated charcoal. That's amazing. I love people talking about anything healthy, anything good for them, whatever. Memories of love. Now you have to work on letting go of nostalgia, past life stuff, past memories, things that are weighing you down. We must become lighter. So for me, like after I went through the dark night of the soul kind of stuff, I had a lot of memories coming up of my childhood, with my family, whatever. And they were just memories I was meant to view and let go because I couldn't hold on to them because I have to become lighter. So just work on that. Work on becoming lighter. Work on healing your heart chakra and opening yourself up to more unconditional love. And joy. I'm all over the place with the cards. I'm going to stay on a little bit longer though. Prosperity begins literally. That's what we want. That's all we want. People just want to be loved and to have their basic needs met. It's not very hard worldwide, right? So let's make this a year of love and abundance. We can do that. We can actually choose that. So for you, prosperity is going to begin. We're choosing abundance, we're choosing love, and we're choosing to take back our birthright. We're a lawler. Recognition and reward. This is like the universe patting you on the back card and telling you you're doing a really good job. Everyone that's tuning into me, you guys are the spiritual leaders of tomorrow. I hate to be the one to tell you, but Jesus is not coming back to save people. I know a lot of people still believe this and are still holding out for it. Anything could happen, but it just doesn't resonate with me. It resonates that we volunteered to come here and that we're going to be the ones that are going to save this planet, and we're going to do it slowly by just continually planting seeds of love and compassion here. And it might not happen overnight, but if enough people catch on and start doing this, it will really change everything. Imagine if everyone got along and started being nice to each other. And I believe that something catastrophic has to happen. I hate to be the one to say it. I believe that it might take something catastrophic to for us all to end up where we're headed. But let go of fear completely. We might see a pole shift, but there were many groups that could survive these events, most notably the Mayans. They literally kept their vibration high enough with the earth and they shifted onto another planet. And that's what we're attempting to do. So just work on keeping your vibe high. You're already doing everything right. Eat better food, take better care of yourself, and just start to heal. Monica Condolera, get grounded. I'm going out into nature this weekend. That's what I really need anyway. I really need to make sure I'm detoxing my aura with a lot of sea salt in nature. So I'm going into nature. Get out into nature. Go barefoot outside. Get grounded. Chill outside for a little bit. The earth's vibe is quite high. And when we can match our vibration to the earth's, good things happen. Terry Archer Magia. Love begins, literally. We're working on more self-love. And when we do that, when we literally love ourselves more, it will reflect in all of our relationships. So now, the more I heal, the better I'm getting along with the people around me. It doesn't matter what the relationship is. It's affecting things in a positive kind of way. So just keep loving yourself more and it will reflect in all your relationships. And real love will begin for you. Michael Griffith. Passion ignited. When someone has an open heart chakra, it kind of looks like this. It's kind of like going to draw the moths to you, but the right people to you too. It's very, it makes you very magnetic and charismatic. Keep working on your heart chakra. I think it's amazing to be around so many empathic, compassionate people. It's just beautiful. So keep working on expanding your heart chakra. It will just keep expanding. Tyann Hansey. Material and spiritual prosperity, literally. If you work on the spiritual aspect of yourself, everything else will fall into place and it will improve your monetary state. So keep on putting in the spiritual work and working on yourself, and it will reflect on all areas of your life. Let's see. Tammy Smitherson, good morning. This is not the end. I know a lot of people really think it's the end. And some people will see the end. Some people are going to see a new beginning like us, and some people will really see the end with death and destruction, and they'll incarnate into another planet. So it really depends where you're at. But everyone around me should be choosing to see a new beginning, because we have a choice in this. We were just lied to us about our free will. And it's really keeping us enslaved at this point. So now that we're gaining knowledge about it, we're going to choose a new beginning. We're going to choose to see things differently. And it's funny because I'll be sitting in the same place as one of those people that'll see the end. And I'll be seeing a new beginning, and they could be sitting right beside me and they're going to see the end. It's amazing how we can all be living in the same place and yet be having totally different realities. We have the freedom to create anything that we want in this place, and Earth is the creator school. It's kind of like a place that protects us, where we would be very dangerous at this point if we were in higher dimensions where all of our thoughts just instant manifested. You would see like a lot of kind of destructive things going on. So we're learning how to get control of our mind, our thoughts, and to manifest wisely right now. Nicholas White Buffalo. You're being tested. That's how I was. I was being tested majorly yesterday. I didn't even know what to do. I'm really glad I couldn't read all my comments, but we're being tested so that we can level up faster. So if anything, be grateful. This test could look like, 50 people trolling your video and writing mean comments, seeing how you respond. It could look like a homeless person that needs your help. It could look like a friend that needs your help. Just keep your eyes open and stay in love and compassionate, and you'll do great on these tests. I'm choosing not to give away my energy to anything negative anymore. I'm learning how to control my energy and to choose who I give it to. Shannon Brown. Partnerships and alliances. I don't know who Wyatt is. I would have to look a little bit more into it. But if you want to, you can. But if you really look deeper at the scenario, I think that you'll see that the universe removed him for a reason, and that he really wasn't serving you, and that he wasn't loving you the way that you deserve to be loved, and that maybe you should try to move on and work on self-love, and that will draw a better partner to you that actually loves you more completely. The universe will only remove people that are not serving us. So sometimes you just can't see all the information about the situation. I would personally let him go. I would work on your partnerships and alliances with your friends, with your employer, the people around you in a non-romantic way. And I would put the focus back on yourself and work on healing, and you will draw a better partner to you that will love you in a more complete way. I mean, if you want him back, you can have him back, but I would let him go. Let's see. Sorry, my comments are jumping around. I don't have a complete list, so it's really hard. Let's see. Maura Lauer. Don't make any big decisions right now. For most people, I'm telling you, go out there and manifest what you want. But some people should just chill and stay grounded. It depends on your horoscope sign and how you get along and mesh with the Gemini sign that we're moving into right now. So literally, choose wisely. Don't make any big decisions, and think really consciously about your decisions. I'm the type that, I know it seems like I make rash decisions all the time because I'm real responsive and emotional and whatever. It's just my personality. But I really think carefully about the decisions I make and how my actions will affect other people now. I think twice before I open my mouth and say things to people. I'm just becoming more conscious with my decisions and my choices. So just try to think through your decisions a little bit more, because we have a lot more control over our future than we like to think. And let's do Becky LaFave. Like I just said, patience and planning. We need to really take back our power and to be creating consciously. Before, I would just like make fast decisions and they would go bad and whatever. I've learned valuable lessons. I'm trying to make more conscious, more responsible kind of decisions. I'm going to let you guys go on that note. I will be back live again tomorrow morning, the same time, and I'm really going to try to go live all week next week too. So check out our website. We have a lot of like ascension articles on it. We're here for energy work, Reiki classes, whatever. And I'll see you guys live tomorrow. Stay high vibe. I'm noticing the energy is calmed down today. Yesterday, we had a lot of attacks and darkness flaring up. And today, the energy just feels a lot smoother. It feels high vibe. Stay high vibe. Work on manifesting. I'm also, at the same time, putting you guys all in the violet flame right now. So if you want to envision like purple flame around you or violet light around you, it would probably help. I'm burning you in the violet flame, and I'm helping you dismantle and get rid of any karma. Because we choose this karma. I want to talk a little bit about karma fast too. Literally, we actually will choose to put karma on ourselves by wishing karma on another. So a lot of times people will be like, oh, karma will get that person. Oh, that guy, he screwed me over. Don't worry, karma will get that person. And in doing that, the person's just sending it back to them. So we do have karmic rules at play, and we choose our own karma, but I'm choosing to burn it off of all of you guys right now so that we all can kind of have a fresh slate. And a lot of people will ask, well, what makes me qualified to teach? Well, I'm not karmically tied to this planet anymore. I've completed myself as a person, and I feel like I've completed the matrix too, only because I've completed myself, got back with my twin flame, and the only thing that really is putting me in a leadership role is me wanting it. So we can manifest anything that we want in this reality. I'm burning off your karma. We're choosing to get rid of anything tying us to the old earth, and we're going to liberate ourselves. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay high vibe, stay positive, because we're getting off this planet very shortly. I don't have a date like everyone else. People want to say, September 23rd, we're going to have this pole shift. That doesn't resonate. But I will tell you that we're getting hit with the 9th wave of energy right now, and we're getting a lot closer. And we will see a pole shift within the next 3 years or so. So literally just try to stay high vibe. We're hoping for sooner rather than later. Don't let any negativity phase you. You have to give your energy away. No one can ever take it. And stay protected. Love and light.